Alright, so encoding. Encoding comes hand in hand with the video settings, because now that we've decided that we want to stream at 720p at 30 frames per second, we now have to tell OBS how much upload we want to use in order to broadcast that with, okay? Now, like I said, a lot of this can be very, very, very complex and intimidating, and I'll explain as much as I can, okay? The first thing you're going to see is the encoder, the x264. First time I saw this, I thought, hey, this is just like a, when I edit videos, I'm compressing it into a H.264 format. This kind of condenses the output size, and this is great for streaming. I've never used QuickSync, and I've never used the NVIDIA one, so I can't tell you those options. That you're going to have to do a little bit of research on. Now, use CBR. This is a custom buffer rate. Okay, and some of these do give you a little idea of what this means, like the quality balance. The setting will attempt to target a certain quality depending on your bit rate and buffer size. So setting this to a high value with a low bit rate will sacrifice the quality of high motion scenes in favor of non-moving scenes, causing inconsistent quality. So this comes down to fine tuning. Okay, if you're one person that plays one single game and you never move it, then fine-tuning this will be relatively easy. If you're someone that changes from genre to genre, fast-paced to slow-paced to whatever, you may have to kind of play with this a little bit to find what's right. I really wouldn't go anything below 8. Me personally, I put it at 10. But this is because I have the upload speed to match that, okay? And I'm mainly an FPS player. The custom buffer rate, now you can tell right here when I check that box that I can no longer edit the quality balance. So make sure that box is unchecked for that, okay? Now, maximum bit rate. This is where you're telling OBS how much of your upload you're going to use in order to stream to Twitch. Now, Twitch has a great little settings page here that explains every single setting through OBS. It explains all of it. How to get started, how, what they recommend for streaming at 720, 1080, which you can see right here. Recommended bitrate for 720, 1800 to 2500. This means 1.8 megabits to 2.5 megabits, okay? But, and I'll make sure I link this in the description below the actual video. But when it comes to setting this value, right? We'll say hypothetically I have an upload speed of, we'll say 2.3 megabits, all right? I want to stream a game at 720p. And we'll say, hell, we'll just say League of Legends, all right? You don't want to put 2300. The reason being is because you are allocating all of your bandwidth solely just for video output. But if you look right below that, you have audio encoding. You also have to encode and upload your audio. Now, yes, the bitrate of 96 doesn't seem like a lot, but you've already allocated your entire upload speed just for video. Twitch recommends that you only allocate maybe 80% of that. So if you had to set it to 2000, which is perfectly acceptable, especially for League of Legends, you set that to 2000, you're using 2 megs already, and you have a bit rate of 96. Okay, and then you still have a nice little cushion of about 204. About 204 kilobits just to to buffer it. This also prevents any kind of lag spikes. I can't tell you how many times I've played Battlefield 3 and I tried to use my entire upload speed to stream, and it caused a lot of buffering. I started dropping frames, and dropping frames is the most annoying thing in the world. It pretty much looks like a damn slideshow, and you don't want that. You want smooth, beautiful quality content, and you don't want your ping going from like 60 to 356. Your ping will spike. You don't want any of that, okay? So 80%. If you have say you have a 10 meg upload, fantastic. Then you don't have anything to worry about. Although the maximum that Twitch actually recommends here is about 3500. Okay, you can stream at 720 at 3500 if you want to. It makes the quality a little bit better in terms of like fast-paced games and stuff like that. So for me, since I have a 10 meg upload, I can just run this at 3000 and I'm perfectly fine. So I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have a 2 meg upload, some people maybe only have about 1.3, like I used to have 1.5. You probably want to stream at 480p. 480p around either, you can go as low as 900 to about 1300. Okay, remember, you try to keep it 80% or lower in regards to how much bandwidth you're using to upload. And like I said, this is going to be a comprehensive kind of example, but I'm trying to do the best I can here. So for me, because I can allocate the bandwidth, I'm going to put 3000. Okay, that's 3 megs upload. And once you've done that, you want to make sure that you hit apply. And there was one more thing I wanted to actually mention before we went on to the next section, is that keep in mind that the higher your bitrate is, okay, we talked about we don't want to stream in 1080 because we run the risk of losing potential viewers. The higher this value is, the more download that viewer has to have in order to watch your channel, okay? So keep that in mind. 3000 is acceptable. I wouldn't go anything higher than that, okay? I mean, just kind of keep that in mind.